Ang Lee's liberalism always put him a step behind or a step ahead of his public. His love stories, the ones that prize humanism, always seem a little naive, and his films about the horrors of the human interaction and dependency seem more honest than American audiences post-1990 could ever stomach. Like William Wyler or David Lean, he was only interested in his kind of love, his kind of tragedy, his kind of big, robust studio filmmaking. So it's hardly surprising that he's had his fair share of misfires over the years. My friend Michael Mirasol will someday set the record straight about Lee's ill-fated but quietly soulful and deeply sad adaptation of the Incredible Hulk comics. In the meantime, I'm going to ask that you give Ride with the Devil, based on author Daniel Woodrell's novel Woe to Live On, another chance. Reframing the splendidly ugly rawness of 1970s films about race, with the progressivism of the Clinton era, Lee still does right by Woodrell's earthy fatalist attitude and inextinguishable flair for colloquial detail. Many westerns, after the rough revisionist and acid westerns of the 70s, too frequently succumbed to timidity about the reality of racial violence and sexual politics that would have plagued the times depicted on screen. Lee and Woodrell find themselves a way through to an honest humanity without conceding to the times in which they were writing.
Well, gentlemen, I really must take my leave. I hope the food will please you.
It looks wonderful.
Well, thank you. Now, good night, all.
Night.
Now, ma'am.
Hope. Lady said goodnight to all. Touch your hat and say goodnight.
Charles, you don't tell him nothing.
He's being rude.
Gentlemen, please.
He don't need no telling, Charles.
George, let me see.
Good night, Hope.
I'll see the lady to her mule.
In 1860s Missouri, a group of young loyalists fight their own civil war against the Union Army to protect their homeland. As they fight and die, they lose the wild glint in their eyes, or else it turns to murderous detachment, and that happy-go-lucky death drive looks as desperate as it always should have.
You are Southern heroes, and I will always remember Southern friends, eh? Good friends, eh? Yes! Thank you! Good morning!
The certainty that they have the truth on their side fades, as it must when you choose to live with violence. Ride with the Devil, more than any other American studio film of the last 2 decades, is uncommonly attuned to the sensation of witnessing death, and the paralysis and rapid evolution it causes in the soul of the witness.
John! John! Oh, John! Hold on, John! Hold on! Oh, John! Come on, John! Oh! Hey! Oh! Get it, go! Come on! Oh, come on! Come on, he's down! Come on!
In the thick, gorgeous Missouri country where the film transpires, all actions run the risk of appearing like pastoral divinity, like there's beauty under all the cruelty. But Lee finds not just the slowly slackening focus in the eyes of the dying, but the confusion and pain in those of the bereaved. Death, least of all in war, is never supposed to feel permanent on movie screens. Lee plays for keeps. Makes his audience know that he doesn't view war as a necessary evil, just a persistent and insidious one. Ride with the Devil is about people slowly coming to terms with the lie of property as something to be coveted, instead of something humans deserve equally, along with liberty. It shows the gradual dawn of personhood, freedom, and community in people who had no idea they could reach out and grab all of those things with their bare hands.
That day George Clyde died, it changed me. I felt something that day I ain't never felt.
You felt that loss. That hollow feeling.
No. What I felt was free.
The promise of a world at war, as if the silence after means progress, a better tomorrow. Ride with the Devil realizes that this too is a lie intended to keep violence acceptable. What matters is that when our eyes have become permanently stained with smoke from burning houses and gunfire, we can still see our reflection and know we deserve more.